Hey everyone, welcome back in. This is Pharaoh with Total Understanding Tarot. Thank you so much for joining us here today. This is your weekend collective. Shout out to the new moon that's coming through. We give thanks for the energy that's helping us to release the old, to bring in the new. So let's tap into your general reading right now. Okay, and we're back. Thank you so much for joining us here once again. This is Pharaoh with Total Understanding Tarot. Thank you guys so much for being here and being a part of our community. Follow us over on Instagram at Pharaohs Rise. Our Total Understanding Tarot page is no longer active, so we're combining everything to our Pharaohs Rise page, as well as we just released our new website, our official website. It's in the description box, so you can book personal readings there. This is a general reading for love. And so we're going to tap into the love energies of the collective. What do you guys need to know regarding that topic for today? I'm just going to make a minor adjustment here, so bear with me one moment, please. Thank you guys so much. And here we go. Yeah, so here we'll be doing the weekend collectives and the weekly collectives. And on our Instagram page, Pharaohs Rise, we'll be doing daily vibe readings, checking out the vibe. So on days that we release these YouTube collectives, we won't have the daily vibes. It's only on the days that we don't release the YouTube. So let's tap in. Okay, so we have the Strength card popped out immediately. And these readings are timeless, so whenever you click on them, it's the right time for you. But just be mindful as you're watching it, even in real time now. Okay, let's do one more. All right. Okay, so I'm getting that in order to come out of a situation that was very draining for you, you had to get clarity from the divine. So right here, I'm guessing you were really, I'm guessing, I never say that. So you may be second guessing your strengths. You may be not truly believing in yourself at this time, not truly believing in the growth that you experience, in the hard work that you really put into your soul's calling, your spiritual callings, your healing. Right? So that's the energy that you were coming up out of. It's like understanding that you put in the work to be a very intelligent, emotionally intelligent person. Right here we have justice. This is Libra energy. This is also bringing in like major balance. This is the energy overall, right? With this major arcana, we have the Strength and the Justice card. So that's Leo and air. That's like, those are two elements that work so well together, but they have to be balanced. They have to be controlled. So I'm really feeling Chariot vibes, Cancerian energy here. You're really coming from a place where you had to really get your masculine and feminine energy in check. There may have been ways that you have been overly active, maybe too aggressive in certain situations, maybe a bit arrogant in certain situations, in terms of you being stubborn in a mind frame, feeling like, oh, I know what's right? And feeling like the way that you express yourself is the best way for you, which makes sense, but it's not leading to positive results in your life. So when you are in those spaces, like really self-reflection was like really the major thing here. And you were asking for help from the divine. You wanted clarity. You wanted to know what you needed to cut off, what illusions were keeping you stuck and stagnant. So in that space, we have the Six of Cups with the Ten of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. And so with that Ace, the Five of Wands here is being highlighted. Just off of the way that the Ace fell over it. It fell over half the Wands with the Six of Pentacles. So this could be a lover from the past, a past life, soulmate, twin flame energy. This is just like an energy that I feel just like kept coming back, or a pattern even. You know, it may not even been a person. It's just a pattern that you found yourself in constantly. Just revisiting that energy, because it's clarified by the Ten of Wands. So it's like a major burden. Perhaps you found that you were catering to the needs of others more than you. Maybe you were just in certain patterns because that's the way that you were raised and you saw that growing up. So that's just what you mimic, even if you knew you needed better. This is just really an energy of you learning what was beneficial for you to move towards and what you needed to cut off. And with this Ace of Pentacles, this was a gift from the divine. So this process that you went through wasn't necessarily there to hurt you or harm you. You may have felt that way, but it was really there to show you the ways that you needed healing, show you the ways externally that you were treating yourself internally. So you were attracting partners, you were attracting friends, you were attracting people in this energy because that's what you were mirroring. So how do we get from their energy to... we have the Nine of Wands. Perhaps you did shut that down for a while. Perhaps you did allow yourself to say, okay, I understand the ways that I am making certain moves in my life, so I need to change that. I need to go ahead and do this. This can be a card that's very guarded, right? This could be a card that basically says, hey, I know something is off, or I know that I have a certain gift, and I'm going to protect that at all costs. I'm going to protect my heart. I'm going to protect my energy. I'm going to protect the ways that I was going to call in. Like, I'm going to protect my heart. I'm going to protect the ways that I know that have been basically vulnerable to attack before. And you sort of stepped into this energy because with this Ten of Cups in the present energy and the Five of Pentacles, distractions as well. You're knowing the ways like, hey, I can be distracted in this way. So instead of like being able to pinpoint certain things, you just became a bit defensive overall, because you noticed that maybe in wanting certain situations, there was something that you were lacking, or some ways that you were still feeling left out. Certain things weren't growing. Let's find a little more information on that. Okay, by you giving yourself to others in a way that wasn't balanced, you were taken away from your own prosperity. Right? Because this Five of Pentacles came over... wanted to fall out. This Five of Pentacles came over the children here. So maybe you had children with a partner and they weren't available, so that really drained you mentally, emotionally, and physically. You may have had trouble making ends meet. You may have gotten involved with partners to where you were neglecting your own needs in order to show up for someone else. So this is just this energy of you maybe have generalized over partnerships. You may have a desire for partnerships, or you may have a desire to continuously be with the person that you're with, but it's just this energy of that residual, like every time I link up with somebody, or every time I come into relationship with someone, my life sort of diminishes. And you started to take responsibility for that energy. It's no one's fault that you are over giving, or it's no one's fault that you are not having healthy boundaries for yourself. So this is the place where that Strength card comes into play, right? Because you're balancing those lower vibrational energies that are telling you that you're not safe, that it's not okay to love again, it's not okay to feel again, and when it was really just you needing to set healthy boundaries. That's why it was really a blessing, right? Because we had this out of this out of this heartache, out of this like major carrying of other people's issues in terms of your and in your own issues. The divine allowed you to see the blessing in it. the divine allowed you to catch the lesson, so you wouldn't constantly be a victim, like, oh my God, this is happening to me. You started to ask yourself, why is this happening to me? What can I learn from this situation? Yeah, we have the Seven of Cups, followed by the Queen of Cups. Yeah, you may have been blinded by illusions in love. You're not really seeing that certain things aren't fruitful. You're not really seeing that certain situations aren't really giving you what you really need, right? And with those situations, you may be with this Queen of Cups here over the heart of this cups, and this is Four of Cups, which is not accepting love and relationships because you're saying yes to the things that drag you down. The divine can't usher in new situations for you, new partnerships, be it romantic or platonic, new emotionally fulfilling pursuits, if you're still holding on to things that aren't fulfilling you. You're still holding on to illusions, right? And that's cups, so that's emotional illusions. That's you being in your feelings sometimes when you should balance it out with the mental aspect with that Cancerian chariot energy, or vice versa. I'm just reading it two ways, even though this is, because this is Pentacles as well, so that's earth, that's logic, that's practicality, that's things you can touch. Maybe you're enticed by those things, the visuals, money, the looks of a person, the looks of a situation, and what that means, and the glitz and the glamour. But when it gets down to it, it's not fulfilling. So you're allowing yourself to see the ways that you can achieve victory, that you can get in that Six of Wands, if you allow yourself to just really acknowledge a situation, person, your own emotions for what they really are. So moving into the future energy here. So we have the Nine of Cups with the Knight of Swords and the Queen of Swords on the bottom. And we also see the Seven of Swords. Okay. So there, I'm seeing the Five of Cups here with this Nine of Cups. This is where the Knight of Swords coming in. The Knight of Swords is basically clarifying that Nine of Cups is, you're just, with the Queen of Swords, you're being mindful of how to speak to people, but you're also being very decisive. Like the Knight of Swords and the Queen of Swords, this is like an upgrade in communication, an upgrade in decision making, an upgrade into you stepping into your power unapologetically. So with the Knight of Swords, you may have been a bit rash with your communication before, whereas now you're being more logical and unapologetic. The Knight of Swords communication can be deflected easily. You may know how you feel, you may want to communicate that, you may communicate that, but you are easily led astray by the visuals of a thing, or if a person just talks well enough, or if a situation is able to convince you of what you already know is not true. You're easily swayed in this Knight of Swords energy because it's very swift. But backing that is like, nah, I know what I'm talking about, I know what I mean, and this is how I feel. Pardon my nails if they come up, because I've been digging in resin and lighting incense and all kind of things, so pardon me if there's a little dust in my nails. But it's just this energy of you, because we have the Queen, the Nine of Swords. Yeah, all the stuff that you in your mind, all those conversations of, oh, I should have said this, or oh, I could have done this, or what if they meant this, or you deaden all of that by just speaking your truth and letting it be. The Queen of Swords is very unapologetic. So you get into this space of coming over the crossroads of heartache, heartbreak, right? You're understanding that, hey, I'm experiencing certain things because I'm not speaking up for myself. That's just point blank. That's why I'm experiencing these things. I'm experiencing certain situations in love and partnerships because I'm not effectively communicating my needs. And when I do communicate my needs and I'm seeing that my needs cannot be met by this individual, by this situation, by this whatever, I'm not going to allow myself to get into compromising that. That's that Strength card. This is this whole past energy. Everything from the past was building you up for these moments, because these moments are pivotal in your life path, in your destiny, in your journey. There are certain junctions that we get to in our life, in our journey, that have major effects, right? Every choice matters, but there are some choices that matter more than others, and they don't always come as big crossroads, flashing lights. It's those little things, those details, like you're like, oh man, I really made a choice, and that's where my whole life sort of went left or went right, or so it's just being mindful that every decision matters while keeping it in balance. The Hierophant. This is Taurus energy. So this is traditional ways, traditional values. With the Temperance here, you are allowing yourself to transform. You are being patient with yourself as you learn. You're being patient with yourself as you learn. You're understanding that with this Hierophant here, these two figures here, they represent two energies coming together, right? So if you are in a marriage, you're understanding that it takes two. You're in a partnership, you're understanding that it takes two. You're not placing the entire burden on you, but you're also being mindful of the beginning steps of how situations come together. You're understanding that it takes two from the gates. There's not one person that could be more strengthened in one area. It's always going to be an off balance. So you're just allowing yourself to see what it is from the jump. You're gaining clarity. I was going to pull one more. I'll just do one more. Ooh, you're being okay with the Devil card that just popped out over this Hierophant energy. And with the You're a Badass being, you're being made aware of the ways that work for you and the ways that don't. The ways that were just toxic. I'm really feeling like religion in this aspect. You're really like maybe even reevaluating your religious beliefs and what really resonates with you within a particular religion, and what's just very karmic, what's just very toxic, what's just very stifling to your growth. So I'm really feeling that King of Wands here. Okay, we're just about to have this conversation very briefly. Within certain religions, there's this energy of toxic masculinity. And you're seeing the ways that religions have taken sacred knowledge and sacred texts and sacred energy and folding it into controlling beliefs, controlling ways of life in ways that only benefit the more of a patriarchal society. And it doesn't acknowledge the feminine, be it male or female. It doesn't acknowledge the strength in nurturing, the strength in unconditional love. So you're really, you're really going through some major transformations here in love. And speaking your truth, because, okay, that's what it is. In certain religions, you may have had an upbringing that you are to be seen and not heard, that your opinions don't stand up against, quote, the word of the text, whatever you grew up believing or listening to or learning. So you're really breaking generational strongholds of the mind and how your lineage experiences life on this planet, this 3D reality. So I'm going to pull a card from the Shaman Oracle deck. Come on now, we have many paths. Didn't we just discuss that with the Seven of Cups? With new opportunities come different obstacles, right? So that's that whole illusionary aspect of that card. It's like there's so many ways to get to a place, but what is the most efficient? What is like the path of least resistance, so to speak? It doesn't mean there won't be any resistance, because that's how we grow and learn. But there's some paths that you keep taking yourself down, and it's just like, okay, how many times do you have to experience this cycle, this lesson, this challenge in order for you to understand that you are basically subjecting yourself to unnecessary suffering? So there are many paths to get to where you want, but what is the best way? And this number is 734. So that also relates to the mystical aspect, the magical things of life. So maybe you're tapping into your magician energy, understanding that you have everything that you need. And with those energies, the earth, air, fire, water energies, it's like, what you're the alchemist. So what energy do I need more of now? Yes, I embody all the energies, but there are certain times, regardless of your sun, moon, rising, or whatever placements, you may need to tap into other elements to pull what you need. If you're more of a act before you think, act before you truly think about it type person, you may need more earth and air to help you move through those energies, or vice versa. If you tend to become stagnant and overthink, you may need to incorporate more fire, more passion. Like, just get out there and do it. Don't be afraid to make a mistake, sort of thing. So it's really embodying all of those energies. I'm just really seeing the Chariot card non-stop, and that is you. With the Chariot, you're not really, it's more of a willpower energy, right? You're balancing that masculine and feminine to help you keep a straight path, because if you are more out of balance with your feminine or masculine, you're going to go to the left or to the right instead of straight ahead. And you're not going to have as much control over what you're experiencing. Life is just sort of going to continue to happen to you instead of happen for you. So you're just really taking accountability here. And the gatherer here with this pumpkin, this is abundance, but this is also abundance by staying connected to other things that are abundant, right? So just visually as this card, this pumpkin that's connected to here, it seems like something can be grown. This is like a page of pentacles sort of energy, something new, as opposed to something from the past that seems to be a bit rotting, but there's light there. So there's lessons to be learned from your past. Don't try not to belittle yourself for experiencing the heartache from the past, but also understand that spirit put those things there, right? And it's the connection to the ancestors that will help you navigate this realm, because there's certain lessons that they've already learned that they can help impart on you. So just allowing yourself to create a sacred space and stillness to speak with them will be very helpful at this point in your life. You're moving into a space to where you're seeing even the non-physical. You're seeing the divine as your counterpart, as opposed to searching for that outwardly, because what you develop internally, what you cultivate in the non-physical, is going to manifest in the physical, and that's what you've been experiencing, what you've cultivated non-physically. Okay, so we're going to leave that there. If this resonated with you, please like the video. Also, subscribe to the channel if you want more messages of this nature. We have a new website for you to book personal readings. If you want more detail or to a particular subject, we're here for you for that. So click the link in the description box. Follow us over on Instagram for our daily vibes. When we aren't posting here, we're posting over there, and we're being consistent with that. So we're making sure to give you all as much support as you need. These energies are so intense. It's not just you. So understand that you're not alone. You are safe in how you are feeling. So continue to stay connected to either this community and or other communities, places that make you feel uplifted, places that help you. You know, we put so much pressure on ourselves and saying that, oh, we have to go through this alone, we have to do this, and they're showing me the Five of Pentacles. Even when you felt alone, you weren't, and that's what the divine wants you to know. There's two people here going through this. Right, there's two figures. So when you're walking and you seem lonely, when you're being disciplined and not tapping into old mindsets and old energies that got you stuck, right? You weren't alone in that. This is your ancestors. This is your spirit guides. These are your angels that are right by your side. This is your non-physical tribe, and so they're guiding you to your tribe, which is guiding you to that perfect relationship. Yeah. So we are here in Virgo season at this time. These readings are timeless, but it's this energy of you're reevaluating what is perfect to you. You're reevaluating the ways that you may have been operating in perfectionism that's keeping you from experiencing life and just having fun and just enjoying it. Yes, we're here to learn lessons, but we're also here to have fun. We're also here to work and to rest. It's the balance of those energies that really cultivate a fulfilling life. So get you some clear quartz to help you with clarity. Get you some amethyst to help you with protection and breaking of any addictions that you may need. Those seem to be the staple here with this channel that the clarity and the purple. So it's also the crown chakra and your soul star chakra. So you're really getting up there in terms of your elevation and your being able to tap into the divine, but grounding is important as well. That's what that Hierophant popped out to remind us that in this Capricorn energy, to stay grounded, because too much spiritual energy can take you into devil energy, can take you into not paying attention to the practical aspects of life. You may be idealizing certain situations when actually you just need to look at it for what it is, okay? And expressing yourself authentically with that sacral, okay? Yeah, so thank you so much for joining us here. We will never contact you for personals, for any sort of things like that, for resources, anything like that. There are ways that you can give. There are ways that you can donate to the channel. There are ways that you can get an equal energy exchange by purchasing a reading, right? But these readings on YouTube are for you. We're not reaching out to you. We know our community is growing, and I just want everyone to know that this is a safe space, and you determine that by your own judgment. But in terms of us reaching out to you personally for anything, while we do love and care about you here, that is not about to happen. Just, that's just not going to happen. We have many ways for you to contact us, so we will wait for that energy before anything else, okay? So much love and light to you. The best on your journey here. Namaste.